Hey guys, it's Brice here with Bow Treader. Just doing my part of the Meet the Pack series, and so what I'm going to do for you today is just go through what pack I use and kind of everything that's in it. So this is the Treehouse 38 from Mystery Ranch. This bag is super awesome. I used it this past season. I absolutely love everything about it. I've used different packs in the past, and really everything that I could think of that I wanted in a pack, this one seems to have it. One of the first things you notice is the material on this. It is incredibly quiet. It's like a fur, but you might think it's going to be weird when it's really wet or get caught on things, and I have not had that problem. I've had it rained on. It is water resistant. I have not had anything inside of it get wet. It's done me really well. It's got plenty of buckles to hold everything you need, but first let's go through a little bit about what I have on the outside of the pack. So starting off is my climbing stick. So I personally use a saddle when hunting, and my climbing method that I prefer is one sticking. This is the Eastern Woods Outdoors Ultimate One Stick. I got the Ultimate platform on top. I think this is about a 15-inch stick. Of course, I got AM steel and cam cleat, which makes it really easy to readjust the height of my stick and pull it up and put it back on the tree very quickly to help me get up to my hunting height as fast as possible. I have the adjustable aider that they offer, which is on there, really solid, and it's adjustable. Personally, I wish I would have gone with just the sewn in one because I don't find myself adjusting it whatsoever. So that's, if I could do it all again, that's probably the first thing I'd do. But other than that, it's got this drawstring right here and helps you hold on to it a little bit better. This thing is phenomenal, and it's really light, so I love to use that. Then inside this front pocket right here, because you do have a pocket right here on the outside, I keep my knee pads. For those long sits, when your knees start to get uncomfortable, these knee pads, these tethered knee pads are awesome because they'll both protect the pants that you spend a lot of money on and keep you comfortable for as long as possible to help you, track down that big deer that you've been looking for the whole time. But those are awesome. Nothing else in there. And then usually in these side pockets, I will either keep a water bottle. Normally in this top pocket right here, I keep my rangefinder, but unfortunately I don't have it today. I do, however, have my GoPro camera arm. I don't use this every time, but when I do, it's nice to have it. This thing was just a cheap camera arm that I found that really lets me mount it to anything. Usually it's the branch or something, or I can put it on my tether if I have to. Then I got my handsaw. This is really awesome for making the tree just how you want it. But of course, I don't like to cut too much off the tree because then I lose some of my cover. Here I got this knife, and I don't actually know what brand this is, but I just wanted one that with a sheath that I could keep on the side of my bag, and this is done really well. It's perfect, it's right where I want it. I'm looking forward to using it a little bit more coming this season. That stays on my bag, it's always there if I need it, so that's good to have. Then on the other side, like I said, I keep my water bottle. One other thing that I keep tucked in this pocket right here is the tree strap that comes on all Treehouse packs, which is it just lets you wrap it around the tree so you don't have to hook it on any kind of bow hanger or anything like that. I'll show you that here in a minute once I get through the pack a little bit more. And then so there's actually a couple different ways to open this up. If you're going for the long haul, it's got those buckles, but if you just want to close it up, it does have this little loop right here, which is very nice. And then first thing, this pack is big enough to hold my saddle. So of course I'm using a lot of tethered stuff. This is actually a trophy line saddle. I've been kind of messing around with it lately. Normally I do use the tethered Phantom. I absolutely love that thing. I've been using it for as long as I've been saddle hunting, about 3 or 4 years. So that's a great saddle. But on the sides here, I got my roll pouch for my one sticking rope. Then I have my little side hauler right here that I keep my pull rope in there. And in this pocket, I keep my lineman rope, which I do have a Kong on there. I would say if you're saddle hunting, go ahead and spend the extra money and get something of this sort, whether it's a Ropeman one or the Kong, put it on your lineman's belt. It's going to make your life a whole lot easier. I don't think it's as important when it comes to, let's say, your tether, because you don't move that quite as often, but trust me, this is a lifesaver when it comes to actually climbing and getting up that tree as fast as possible. I have my gear strap right here, which comes with this Hero clip. Well, it doesn't come with it, but I use it. This Hero clip is what I use to hang my bow on. It's very, very easy, and what's nice is whenever it's on the tree, I can hang my bow on there, and as soon as I pick it up, it drops away and is out of my way. So I don't have to worry about it getting anywhere close to me whenever I'm ready to shoot. But as you can see, I had my lineman's belt there first, and then this. I kind of like to keep things in my dump pouches in the order that I take them out going up the tree. So that's something you need to think about whenever packing your specific pack or your saddle. Here I have the tethered back strap. I don't know what it's actually called, but this thing's awesome. For those longer sits, you're gonna need it. And I like to do a lot of sitting when it comes to saddle hunting and leaning, so this is a must for all-day comfort, in my opinion. And I use it just about every time I go out. What's also nice about that is, you might think it's in your way, it's up when you're drawing your bow, but as soon as you pull your torso up and straighten up to actually go and shoot, it drops right out the way. So that's not a problem when it comes to shooting at all. Of course, I am using this tethered roll pouch too. That thing has been awesome. There's pockets inside there, and it really holds everything you need. Anybody who's hunted in the South knows what this is. This is Thermacell. You gotta have it, especially early season around here, or else you will get carried away by the mosquitoes. So I always make sure I have this on me and some refills for both pads and the fuel. Here's my refills, of course. That goes right up here in this top pouch right here. And these pouches are nice because you can actually cinch them down if you need to, but I keep them a little loose. Then I got my grunt call. Only a specific time of year I use it, but I do keep it in here. This is the extinguisher grunt call, where you can adjust the tone of it. You have fawn, doe, and then buck. And then also in that same pocket up here, I do have this little bow hanger. This is from Hawk. This is just something I picked up. It was cheap, and just in case for those odd trees that you'll get in, sometimes you'll find that you have to have a weird setup to do what you want. So this is something I keep in here, of course. I only use this on private land. I keep that in there. I have this little pair of binoculars. Of course, I'm hunting from a tree. I don't need to see too far, but this little pair of binoculars is nice just to take a look at something that I can't quite see with my own eyes and try to identify what's coming in, just so I can make sure I'm ready when it gets to me. Extra little flashlight. I'm not even sure if this thing even works anymore. Oh, barely, but it's good to have. Then dude wipes. I don't think that needs any kind of explaining, but I wouldn't leave home without them. I do actually have my beanie stuck in here from the season. It's just been hanging out in the bottom right there. Stick beanie, I absolutely love that too. And then this just little rattle bag. Whether it works or not, I don't know, but I do like to have it. It's fun to use sometimes. Then to the actual essentials is this first aid kit. Luckily, I haven't had to use anything out of it yet, but it goes with me everywhere I go. So I hope I don't have to use it, but if I ever do, I will have it. There's a pocket right here that I slip this right into, and it fits perfectly. It doesn't get in the way of anything else, and so that's what I keep in that pocket right there. In this top pocket, I have my GoPro remote. I'll usually leave it right here because it'll be close to me, or I can put it on my arm depending on what I want to do, but I do have it attached to that right now. I have backup headlamp. I got my skinning knife. This is the Iron Will knife. It was a gift to me by my parents, and I use this thing every time I get the chance. Incredibly sharp, an amazing knife. Dry bag. Like I said, this bag is water resistant, so I haven't had to use this yet. This has always been in my packs, but just in case. I got my case for extra SD cards and a figure 8. So this is just another ascender device that, in a pinch, this will work instead of my Mad-Rock. It's not quite as user-friendly, but when it comes to safety, I'd rather have this than not have anything at all when it comes to climbing. And if I don't feel safe for some reason with my Mad Rock, which hasn't happened, I will be able to use this and it'll work just fine. And chapstick. It gets cold around here and I don't like having chapped lips, so I keep that on me at all times. But let's get into the pack a little bit here. Some other things that I really do like about this pack, of course, is actually, I have my main headlamp up here. I carry two, and then my backup release. So I keep that in this top pouch up here. One of my favorite things about this pack is I can access this pocket from right here inside, or if I flip around, I can grab that same stuff from the outside without actually having to open up the pack, which is a lifesaver when it comes to saving time. When we come to the front of the pack here, you can see there's zippers down here. What that does is it allows you to get to the bottom of your pack and open up and see what's in it and get down to the bottom when you're in the tree. There's poles right here that actually hold this part of the pack up so that you don't accidentally unzip and then have everything fall 20 feet to the bottom of your tree. So that's really awesome. It's definitely saved my butt a couple times in the tree whenever looking for something. What you're probably gonna take away from this video is I carry way too much stuff. You see, I like this big bag, but it comes with a temptation. Just take it. I got room.